What up, Bam Fam? You guys see the beach out there? So today I'm supposed to go live. It's Wednesday. I probably won't have a specific time because I think I'm a few hours off from you guys, but I want to come in here and just talk a few times a day. I'll probably do this one and another one later today to where I just talk about stuff. I just seen Josh post something about, what he's worth. Turning down a client that he did some work for it. I thought that was super cool. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And I want to talk about the experiences that he had before he was able to turn them down, right? Like good management of bad experience leads to great growth. That's what I'm talking about right there, is the fact that Josh was able to manage bad experiences in his past, right? Josh Silk, he just posted in this group, you guys can see that, where he turned down a client, but he was able to manage bad experiences from the past of helping people for free, giving away service for free, etc. And he's been able to go ahead and manage that led him to great growth. And that's what we have to do as badass marketers. We have to continue to respond to these bad experiences. We have to grow, right? So how do you respond to bad experiences? How are you currently doing that? Do you get angry? Do you detach emotionally? Do you ignore it? Like, how are you responding to your experiences, your bad experiences? Because I can tell you right now, each time we get to know ourselves a little bit better, right? We get to know who we really are and what that entails. Just like Josh, every time he got a bad experience, he got to know himself a little bit better and better and start to develop his worth as a person, as a marketer, and able to turn down clients and bring on higher paying clients and feel better about what he's doing. So I feel like, it's pretty much the law of pain, right? So pain can either be our friend, it can be our enemy. Pain can stop us dead in our tracks, right? Or it's going to propel us to deal with the issues that we didn't want to face before. And so how are you dealing with that pain, right? Pain's going to prompt you to face, who you are. And so how are you dealing with that? I think that's a big thing. And that's what's going to set, winners from losers, is how you're dealing with your pains. We all go through pain, right? Every single one of us go through pain, whether that's pain of health. I know we have a few students in here that are in bad health. So we have pain of health. We have, pain of relationships, pain of, focus, there's just pain. So how are you dealing with your pain? So I think it separates people that are just thrivers or just survivors, right? So either you can be a thriver in life and that's how you deal with your pain, or you can be a survivor. And I think the people that deal with it in more of a positive light, right? So there's two ways to deal with pain. It's either, you're dealing with it in a positive light, you're staying positive, you're being the person that everybody wants to be around, or you're being the type of person that's gloomy, down, out, not ready to move forward, right? So, and you see how Josh Silk dealt with his, you see how I deal with mine all the time. And by choosing that positive stance, by being a positive person when pain comes along, it's gonna make the difference. It's gonna set you apart. So how are you dealing with your pain? I would that's what I implore you guys today to think about. It's how are you dealing with your pain? Are you doing a positive stance or more of a negative stance, right? We have to in order to have to be positive, and we have to embrace it, right? We have to embrace pain. We have to embrace what comes along, and we have to be creative in fixing it. Let me tell you a story. So a long time ago, I started building out all these lead gens, and I had a bunch of money coming in. And the type of lead gen I was building out was the type that in the winter, and I'm sure some of you are going through this, in the winter time, the leads would drop and people would not want to pay me anymore, right? They would just get on there and be like, oh man, leads have dropped. I don't know if I can pay you anymore. And, I was just stuck on lead gens at the time. I didn't do SEO or anything. And I brought that over to Danelle, and I was just like, hey, winter's coming up. We need to cut back. We need to slow down. And she was like, Josh, why aren't you doing this for other businesses? There's businesses that do great in the winter, right? And at the time, it was last minute, and I didn't want my profits to fall. And so she suggested the idea of getting out there and doing SEO, right? So she was creative in her response of our negative situation. Our negative situation being the fact that our income was going to drop for the winter, because it had for the last few years over and over again. But she came up with the idea of utilizing SEO and going and getting money right now. And she did that by looking at the pain, being creative, being positive, and giving us ideas of how we could go and make money now. And we did that. And as you guys know, our SEO company brings in more than our lead gen company now. And that's all from taking a negative situation, being positive about it, embracing it, and developing something creative out of it. So I'll probably do a few of these today, guys, so you guys can watch them. I'm probably not going to go live tonight at 7 Mountain Standard Time like I normally do, only because it's going to be super late here. The internet's shoddy. I'm sure you guys, half of this will be live and half of this will be recorded, but I'll probably jump on here and do a few of these today just from what people are posting. I did see Ashley landed a big client. Congratulations there. Josh is knowing his worth. That's freaking awesome. I see a lot of good things happening, and good things happen to those that stay positive, can work through their problems, right, and put a positive spin on those problems. We all face problems, guys. We all have problems. Every single one of us, whether it's health, relationships, it doesn't matter what it is. We all face problems. We can all be sure of that. Problems are going to come, but it's how we deal with them that either make us or break us, that either make us thrive or make us just survive. Do we seclude ourselves from those problems? Do we run from those problems? Or do we embrace those problems and become creative about them? And that's what's going to be the difference with that. Love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.